So I saw this absolutely diabolical YouTube thumbnail and I knew that we are gonna watch that.
By August 2022, Andrew Tate had 11.6 billion TikTok views, more Google searches for his name than Donald Trump or Kim Kardashian, as well as an online business pulling in millions of views. But now, his name is
his infamous business where he was maybe smuggling
never
people
heard
to Romania
online, with people even saying they forgot he even existed. My name's Ryan, and we're gonna look at the downfall of Andrew Tate, as well as give an
what is this picture? Like he's some kind of crime boss, right?
Update on where he is now.
Badass.
Before Andrew Tate was the most searched man on the internet, he was a professional kickboxer with 4 world
yeah, we saw that thumbnail, okay. Kickboxer, right, bro?
Championship titles under his belt. But it wasn't until 2016 that he gained widespread attention by appearing on the British reality television series Big Brother. For those who didn't know, Big Brother is a reality show where strangers live together in a specially constructed house that is isolated from the outside world, with cameras and microphones continuously monitoring them. And
we had something like that in Russia too. Like there was one very cringe live show like that, bro. It was so fucking stupid, man. There was so many drama out of nowhere. Like,
throughout the competition, housemates are evicted from the house by public televoting. On top of that, the last remaining housemate wins the competition and a cash prize, which ranged from anywhere between 70,000 to 100 pounds. And
so this is where they got the idea from, huh?
Andrew Tate's loud, combative personality is exactly the kind of character producers look for.
I'm Andrew Tate, I'm 29 years old, and I'm a 4 times kickboxing world champion. I see myself as smarter than...
Why are they black balloons there? What is this, some kind of fucking... Did he kill somebody in kickboxing and come to the show to like whiten his image, to like whitewash? Like somebody died there, right?
I was a chess champion from a very young age, from the age of 3. My biggest tool is that I'm not afraid of...
He doesn't really look like a chess champion, man, come on. He doesn't look like this kind of like 100,000 IQ overthinking you guy. Nah,
however, his first attempt at gaining mainstream fame was short-lived, because just after 6 days, Tate was removed from the house after footage of him hitting a woman with a belt surfaced.
I mean, I can't say I don't exactly not understand. I'd understand a little bit,
he later posed with the girl on social media while smiling and holding a belt after he paid for her to fly from Ukraine.
Yeah, but this is like, isn't that like some kind of fucking BDSM they did? I mean...
After footage of... while smiling and holding a belt after he paid for her to fly from Ukraine, as well as revealing his side of the story during an interview, saying, "This tape is a kinky sex video and we're acting out."
That exactly is exactly how it looks like. Like what is wrong with that one? Yeah, it looks kind of bad. Like he's fucking likes to torture her or something like that, right? But it's
longer version of the video shows us laughing and I'm hitting myself, saying it doesn't hurt. I'm still friends with her and she's in the UK with me now. I would never hit a woman.
Yeah, but you kind of already did. Even if it's like a BDSM kinky thing, I still did.
The following year, he and his brother Tristan moved to Romania, and together they built
infamous fucking Romania with the...
studio that made millions using webcam girls, selling sob stories to desperate men. At its peak, the two brothers claimed to run a studio where 75 lingerie-clad models take calls from fans paying $4 a minute.
Bro, imagine if you run a studio like that, you have a lot of really hot girls work for you, even for pennies, not for pennies, whatever the fuck, and you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want with them too. To this certain extent, of course, so I'm not telling you gonna be like fucking own them and shit, but like, you can potentially do. God fucking damn, bro.
But Tate...
I am kind of jealous a little bit if I think about it right now.
Bigger ambitions than a webcam studio.
Of course, nobody want to be an owner of a big webcam studio. Everybody want to be like big entrepreneur who invented fucking internet or something really big that everybody started to use, of course. Nobody wants to be like a small time, weirdly doing thing guy. Like doing some kind of fucking webcam, which is like a gray area.
21, he launched Hustlers University, an online business education community that, for $49.99 a month.
You know, when something teaches you how to be a man, or how to be a hustler, or how to be a whatever the fuck like that, right? You know it's gonna be something completely fucking stupid.
Users have access to the Discord and to video lessons, purportedly teaching money-making methods like investing in cryptocurrency and copywriting. And that was...
Imagine they pay like fucking $50 a month to get to the lesson, and it's like, you should have invested in Bitcoin 10 years ago and you didn't, you fucking idiots. Do better next time. End of class. And that's like it. And you paid fucking money for that shit, bro.
It was when Andrew Tate's fame started to explode.
But I mean, what can you even teach in fucking money making? Do shit, buy stuff, resell it for a little bit more. Now you have a drop shipping company. Like everybody fucking did that, and I'll even react to the video about this. Or like buy crypto, invest in it, and hope it's not gonna be a rug pull. Or how do you know it's not a scam if you don't really know exactly this kind of business? You need to know a lot of shit about it, man.
Program, which enabled Tate's followers to earn commissions for signing up new members and encouraged.
It kind of sounds a little bit like a pyramid scheme.
Them to post videos of him to get as many referrals as possible. And to get the most views and engagement as possible, they posted the most controversial clips where Andrew...
It's like you invest in it, and then in order to get your money back, you need to get other people. So they would invest in it, and then they would want to get the money back, and they would... I mean, it doesn't exactly work like that, but it's kind of similar structure if you think about it, right?
Who said things like the following.
Life for a man is harder than life for a woman. We need to have a lot of shit to be an important man.
True.
To be a woman, you need makeup.
If you're the kind of person who feels like they need therapy, you're useless. Because in the harshest realities of this cold world, there are people in Syria whose entire families have been blown to fuck.
What about people who were in the wars and PTSD? What about those? And don't people in Syria also need a fucking therapist too? I mean, I understand some people invent their own, like, illnesses, mental illnesses, like, oh, I have like fucking bipolar, or I have the fucking Tourette's, and then they start invent Tourette's, like for the views, you know, it's not really genuine, because they want to be seen, they want to just be acknowledged and like pat on the back and like, oh, you such a good life you lived, but like, there are general people who actually need therapy, and I think like everybody kind of needs it to some extent, just some people more, some people less, because there's no such thing as a perfect person, right?
Who are still getting up every day, making fucking bread and selling it on the streets.
As a result, it led to thousands.
With this kind of reasoning, you don't need to improve your life either, because you don't live as this guy who was, family was blown to pieces and could go steal shit, because he's like a fucking 12-year-old, he can't even work, or like sells bread or whatever the fuck, right? By that logic, you don't need to do anything because you live life better than this guy. Like, if we're gonna go compared to this extreme, then like 99% of people are already living a really good life. Maybe that's true, but don't we also want better? Don't we also want to be a better person, have a bit more?
Thousands of videos of Tate being posted on social media, generating thousands of referrals and propelling Tate to viral fame. And by August 2022, he was one of the most famous figures on TikTok, where videos of him had been watched more than 11.6 billion times. While in July of that year...
But we kinda know from now that most of that was just him LARPing and all that shit, you know? Most of that he probably doesn't believe, he just propels
more Google searches for his name than Donald Trump or Kim Kardashian. In less than 3 months, the strategy had earned him a huge following online and potentially made him millions, with 127,000 members paying the $49.99 a month to...
He earned millions from this. Bro, I feel like I'm doing something wrong with my life. Bro, I gotta fucking start LARPing as a fucking red pill guy on the internet, man. But I mean... the era of it is kind of gone at this point, but when I just look at the people who say stupid shit which has some truth in it, you know, Andrew Tate not always wrong, sometimes he has true stuff to say, but when I see like these people that are chirping on the internet and making like millions of dollars or pounds, whatever the fuck that currency is, I'm like, what am I doing here?
Join Hustlers University's community, but his viral fame also came with a cost, because the same content that were making him famous were also making him impossible to ignore for the wrong reasons. In September 2017, Andrew posted a controversial tweet claiming depression isn't real, saying there are very few fat lonely men aged 60 with no money or family or hobby.
Bro, DSM-5 would absolutely disagree with you. The fact that you don't have a lot in your life doesn't mean you should be depressed. And the fact that you have a lot in your life doesn't mean that you shouldn't be depressed. What the fuck is that reasoning, bro? I mean, I understand the whole shtick of Andrew Tate is like saying that mental health is not real, right? It's all in your head, which is kind of true, honestly. I mean, depression... in your head, like the fucking other illnesses in your head, but doesn't mean you can actually get out of them by your own admission, right? If everybody could get out of their depression or like their anxiety or whatever the fuck, right? Then everybody would have already done so because they would know it's possible. I don't know.
Who aren't depressed. This is not a clinical
Fucking
disease.
idiots, bro.
It is a circumstance which they must change. Most, quote, depressed people are unhappy with their lives, too lazy to change it. That's simple.
That's the whole shtick of depression, though. You don't have energy to do anything. It's like basically hearing about depression from the guy who doesn't even know what depression is. He just seen a few TikToks of fucking corny 14-year-olds who doesn't really want to change their life really, and they think that this is depression what it looks like. They just got stupid LARPing, chirping fucking kids who try to garner attention on the internet, and they think that this is how depression actually looks like, and this is how it's actually fucking fake.
So people defend
moron,
depression.
bro.
They get angry when I say this because they need this BS to justify their own failure.
To be fair, he's partially right because there's a lot of people who hide behind the words like depression, but to say that depression is not real.
And of course, people were outraged with comments saying this is possibly the worst, most ill-advised, poorly educated, and ignorant thread I have ever seen. However, Andrew wasn't done making himself the center of attention yet, because just 1 month later, he went one step further by claiming that women should bear some responsibility if they are harassed, saying if you put yourself in a position to be harassed, you must bear some
raped. Not really harassed, okay? There was a different word used.
Responsibility. I'm not saying it's okay you got harassed if you...
So by that logic, if you get mugged on a street and you were killed by a shooter, right, by a mugger, it's also because of your responsibility, so he does have nothing to do with it. I mean, some people are really baiting into it. You know, they really, they wear shit that really shows their curves and all that stuff. But does that mean that they're responsible for it? Of course not, bro. Of course not. Even if you say, come on, rape me, come on, fucking harass me, or whatever the fuck, it doesn't still... How is it even comparable? I don't understand.
You go out, meet a guy, take his drinks all night, go to his apartment drunk, start to kiss him, then he grabs your tits. Not harassment.
Yeah, but it's kind of different from the fucking talking about rape and how people get raped because it's...
And by the time he was one of the world's biggest social media stars, organizations started acting against him, saying his violently misogynistic, racist, and homophobic content posed a genuine threat to young people.
But it's also probably some Democrat fucking blue-leaning guy wrote this, because I don't think he was that racist or that homophobic. Was he misogynist? I mean, we can clearly see that it is true, but some of this misogyny were not unfounded, as I would say.
As a result, a UK...
I'd say it's like a little bit true, but like this outrageous fucking comments like he did, like that was fucking stupid.
The extremism group called Hope Not Hate launched a petition calling on tech platforms to remove Andrew Tate's content. Then, in August 2022, social media sites started removing his accounts, with Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
It's weird that Facebook and Instagram started to remove that, considering how many like explicitly racist and like N-words there on fucking Instagram right now, bro. Oh man.
Citing violations of their policies. And to put the scale of that loss into perspective, before his accounts were deleted, Andrew Tate had 4.6 million followers on Instagram, more than 740,000 subscribers on YouTube, and his videos on TikTok had millions of views. Even Stripe, the payment platform the Hustlers University used, pulled out of processing digital payments for the academy, while Stripe did not comment directly on why it stopped working with HU.
I just remember that like the Tate was like the guy who everybody talked about on the internet at that time. Like everybody fucking talked about him. Even like apolitical people talked about his like shit. Everybody did. Some people called him right-leaning, like extremely right. People can call him psycho. Some people called him based. There was a lot of people who actually called him based. There was like an entire like red-leaning fucking... Why am I saying red, bro? Red-pilled leaning, I mean. Red-pilled fucking lonely dudes who were like, God damn, Andrew Tate fucking based. I mean, he was based sometimes.
Stated its policies bar certain activities such as get-rich-quick schemes.
It wasn't everything
Nevertheless, Andrew Tate
didn't
give up after his bans. He came back later and relaunched Hustlers University in November 2022,
More money.
renaming it from its old name
Even though he already was like a millionaire just from that shit, if you're not gonna count his fucking webcam business, right? He was already a millionaire just from this influencing job alone.
The real world.
He still wanted
and unlike Hustlers University, which had been running on Discord, Discord, the real world has a self-reliant infrastructure, which according to Andrew Tate, has its own bank, its own payment processing, and its own web servers.
Why though? That makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's probably because platforms try to cancel him and he's like, you know what? Internet is after me. Oh, the Matrix is after me. Fuck, I forgot about the Matrix. Oh, he's gonna talk about this soon, probably.
This means that Andrew will not be counting on mainstream tech platforms, which have attacked his operations like the last time. However, not everyone welcomed the real world, with one ex-user that said, Andrew Tate's war room is teaching young men how to traffic women into sex work. The real world is a MLM scheme luring in children, which they use to find potential war room members.
Oops, we're kinda learning how to do slavery in 2026, you know, in 21st century. Oh, oops. I mean, but it's gonna make you good money though, right? Andrew Tate, probably.
And it seemed like a lot of people also shared that same point of view, because in September 2023, Google removed Andrew Tate's online learning platform from Google Play after campaigners complained that the influencer's real-world app is a pyramid scheme which exploits teens and ultimately...
Well, that's exactly what I said before. It really looked like a pyramid scheme because, like, you, in order to make money from that shit, the only way is to get other people, so they will spend some money on that program.
Channels them towards misogynistic ideology. On the same note, a similar action was also taken.
What's fucking 144p, like...
by Apple. But while he was dealing with his online educational business, something was happening in Romania that was about to make all of this look pale in comparison. Because on December 29th, 2022, Andrew Tate and his brother were arrested in Romania in connection with a human trafficking investigation.
And there was so many people who like Tate did nothing wrong, and so many people how finally this fucking misogynist, racist scumbag got.
According to the news outlet, the two brothers were under investigation for forming an organized criminal group responsible for kidnapping young women and exploiting them by making them the subjects of porn videos.
Wait, so I don't remember, what was the result of that? Was he like convicted of that shit, or was he like, the Matrix was actually was to got him? Like, what happened with that? I don't exactly remember the
Tended to be sold via websites like OnlyFans. Following the arrest, Andrew Tate lost $4 million in assets after Romanian authorities seized luxury watches and vehicles.
Imagine if he like actually did nothing wrong, but there was some guy in Romania sitting there dirt poor, like in the actual government. He was like, I can see that shit. He's that guy chopping it on the internet, saying stupid shit and getting millions from that shit, and like making women do like cam girls and getting money from that. Dude, I want to get his piece of his pie, bro. And he's like decided to put him in jail and like seize his property to actually use it himself. I mean, yeah, look, Romanian authorities drove away with Tate's Rolls-Royce, Lamborghini, and others. What if they just were like, you know what? I know how to get a luxury car. There's one idiot who lives there and doesn't really know that we're actually gonna explode the shit out of him. Got him.
Including his Rolls-Royce and a Lamborghini. After spending
on a tow truck. I thought they drove away in a fucking car.
months in police detention in Bucharest, the Tate brothers won an appeal on March 31 to be moved to house arrest until August.
And what about the $4 million his property?
2023, when Andrew Tate was released from house arrest by Bucharest court, meaning he could leave the house, but not Bucharest and the surrounding county. But of course, Andrew couldn't let all of that slide easily, as he immediately sued his accusers, seeking at least $5 million in the lawsuit, which was filed in Palm Beach County against a woman.
It's like, you a human trafficker! No, you a human trafficker! No, you a human trafficker!
Her parents and another woman who lived at the Tate's Bucharest estate and a male friend of the woman. The brothers said the five conspired to falsely accuse them of human trafficking and rape, costing them their freedom and millions of dollars in income from their lucrative social media, podcast, and business ventures. However, while the judge said the defamation lawsuit can move forward, he threw out Tate's allegations against her parents and some allegations against the women who sued him, and for now, there isn't any final result of the lawsuit yet.
Wait, this was 2022, it's like, was like 4 years, right? When was this video made? Like 2 weeks ago? Why is it so fucking long, bro?
But the Romanian police weren't done with him yet, because in August 2024, Andrew Tate's home was raided again amid new claims of trafficking minors.
Oh, that's even worse.
As the police said, the latest raids were looking into allegations of human trafficking minors, sexual intercourse with a minor, money laundering, and trying to influence witnesses.
Uh-oh. Okay, that doesn't sound really good to me, man. I didn't know about that. I didn't really know half a shit about Andrew fucking Tate. I didn't care.
And again,
cared,
the prosecutors asked the judge to remand the brothers in custody for 30 days while they continued a new investigation.
So was that true or not then?
Involving a total of 35 alleged victims, including a woman who was 15 at the time.
Bro, imagine like in the 20 years, Andrew Tate would have become like a fucking Epstein, man. What the fuck is going on?
But Andrew Tate
Holy
denied everything,
fuck.
denouncing the case against him as a stitch-up.
Bro, I don't know. When I look at the face of Andrew Tate, by the way, he kind of looks like a fucking 20 IQ guy. I don't know, man. How to even say this any other way?
Lies. This
really
is
does.
a setup. It is absolutely disgusting. 30 of those
Surely
girls
it
say
is.
we have done
Surely.
nothing wrong.
Surely.
2 are the mothers of our children. 2 have never ever been here to Romania, he said. But then, on December 19th, 2024, the Romanian court sent Andrew Tate's human trafficking case back to prosecutors, for the reason being that several pieces of evidence, including initial statements from 2 main alleged victims and witness testimonies, were inadmissible. Then, on April 6, 2020,
I know he's still not in jail, right? Because I've seen like recent clips of him saying some stupid shit. But
6. Andrew Tate had restrictions lifted by Romanian police, and as of May 2026, there has been no conviction with no trial having officially begun.
And this is really interesting question. Was that because he was innocent and people tried to blame him because of his really fiery rhetoric? Or that it was completely fake case from the beginning? Or did he just pay under wraps or like did really good shit cleaning up? Because I don't really know, man. It could even go either way, you know. I don't really trust this guy in the first place. I think it's a good idea not to trust influencers at all, because some people who are trying to seem like a fucking family friendly good guys gonna be completely shitholes.
Since the case
Shitheads,
remains
right?
under investigation. But Romania wasn't the only country that wanted a piece of Andrew Tate.
Maybe Romania is also corrupt. Maybe he just paid them off and that's it. I don't know how corrupt Romania is as a country, like, you know, the police there too.
Because while the Romanian case was moving through the motions, 3 other countries had already started building their own.
I wonder what those countries are. Okay, Egypt, Yugoslavia, and Turkey. Of course.
It started in March 2024
What else
when
could it
UK
be?
police in
Bro, come on.
Bedfordshire secured a European arrest warrant against Andrew and Tristan Tate based on allegations of sexual aggression from 2012
What is sexual
to
aggression? It's like being aggressive towards the woman sexually. It's like, you know, it's like going like, hey girl, you want this, right? Is that what it is or what it is? What is that, bro?
15. Naturally,
that?
the 2 brothers rejected
sexual
all
aggression, man?
accusations, saying,
We are innocent men. No, we're very innocent men, and in time, everybody's going to see that, and we're very excited
He looks already like some kind of mafia boss, bro, with his shaved head.
to finish this judicial process and clear our names.
Later that year, 4 British women sued Andrew Tate over rape and abuse claims, which are separate from the charges in Romania.
It's kind of interesting that women from different countries sue him for the same thing. What if there actually could be some shit like that? But again, considering his rhetoric on the internet, could be not true, but probably, I don't know, man, probably
centered
true.
on abuse that allegedly took place between 2013
I don't know about rape, but like, could he be rough with them?
and
Yeah.
2016 before he
least.
rose to prominence on social media. Then,
Who knows,
on
bro?
March
Who knows?
27,
Who
2025,
the fuck
a
knows?
model and former girlfriend named Brianna Stern, who
Okay.
says she dated Andrew Tate for 10 months,
Who's the considered
alleged in a
rape?
lawsuit that Andrew threatened and abused her during a violent sexual encounter. 3 weeks after that, on May 28, 2020,
It's kind of interesting, like I didn't believe that at first, but why is there so many different people from different countries, even like his girlfriend at the time, saying the same shit, the same accusation coming up? It's not like different shit they try to come up with.
25, UK prosecutors
Interesting.
authorized 21
I wonder
charges
why.
against the Tate brothers, with Andrew facing 10 charges connected to 3 alleged victims, including rape, actual bodily
So they're actually
harm,
convicted
human
there.
trafficking, and controlling prostitution
Holy
for
fuck.
gain. Tristan, on the other hand, faces 11 charges connected to 1 alleged
That's a lot of charges, bro.
victim, including
So are they gonna go to jail if they go to UK or what's that? What now?
actual bodily harm and human trafficking. At this point,
All
Tate
bad.
was staring down at active legal exposure in Romania, the UK, and the United States.
And he was like, it's actually Matrix trying to attack me, bro. I did nothing wrong. All of those people who I signed up to my webcam business, bro, nah, they all wanted that. They all wanted that dick.
Simultaneously,
Virtual.
And his response was to go on offense, because the brothers filed lawsuits against Meta and TikTok for over $50 million for deplatforming him. The lawsuits claimed the removal of the brothers' social media accounts was the culmination of a coordinated campaign to suppress, silence, and destroy the reputations and livelihoods of two controversial but law-abiding men. However, on April 29th, 2026,
now I'm not really sure about that, you know, at this point I'm kind of like, law-abiding.
Meta convinced a federal court to quash that lawsuit. While the legal cases were stacking up, Tate tried to remind everyone who he was in the place where his identity had always been bulletproof. The ring. In late 2025, it was announced that he would return to competitive fighting as a part of Misfits
Well, I actually
Boxing,
didn't know that.
competing for
Wait,
the
wait,
heavyweight
that's something new.
championship against a fighter named Chase Demore. And
I guess we saw his cigar in the pants, right? In the fucking thumbnail, man.
times world champion, he
Right?
expected Chase to be an easy opponent.
He's
But he wasn't.
a product of the new generation. He's got a big mouth.
Oh yeah, I've seen the fucking clip. He was completely destroyed by the guy. The potato was destroyed. Right?
I think he's nervous, and I
Is that
think
the
he's
one?
trying to convince himself that he's going to win. So he's just saying more and more outlandish things.
Show it,
because
show
every
it to
time he
me,
says
show
something,
it.
It doesn't work, so he just tries to up the tempo. That's all it is.
However,
Surely,
it was
buddy.
a much different reality.
A shot like that,
Boom.
absolutely not. It's too easy to see, and you know,
Boom.
Tate's simply fatigued, and he wasn't able to get out of the way. Too much weight. Beautiful shot by
Oh
Chase.
my
around
God,
Chase
bro.
Moore, clearly dominated in round 5.
Yeah, he's
And
not
after
doing that
6
good.
rounds, Chase won via majority decision. And for Andrew,
And look at him standing. He was barely standing there too.
and
Like, in the
after
end.
6
Look.
rounds, Chase won via majority decision. And for
God
Andrew,
damn.
he already got his excuses ready.
40 years old, 10 years retired, a little bit of time in a Romanian dungeon. It was always going to be a big ask against someone so much bigger than me, younger than me, more active than me, but I wanted to
Wait, you could have just said that it's fucking Matrix to attack, tries to attack you with a fucking AI generated fucking fighter to kill. I want to say to beat you, right?
real challenge. I didn't want to fight a tin can. I didn't want to fight someone older than me or smaller than me.
No, he's actually kind of right in the way that he's not as active of the athlete as he was, but why did he choose him as a target in the first place if he, like, knew he would have he would have lost, right? Is that stupid then to begin with? So, are you a fucking idiot, or are you the guy who makes excuses then? Both are kind of bad, right?
You know, I felt like I won the first 2 rounds. But then because he's 20 kilo heavier, he started leaning on me and sapped some energy. But I didn't...
Oh, this guy who was fighting, he was a wizard. He was sapping his energy. He was like... Oh, I got
Never
it.
give up.
Got it, bro.
Never retreat, never surrender, fight to the end, go out on your shield. So I have no excuses. Training camp went fantastic.
I have no excuses, said the guy who like have an entire minute full of excuses. Yeah, true.
Time is the fire in which we all burn.
But it appeared that the public's opinion was the opposite, with people commenting, biggest oral loss in modern history.
Fucking bro, why do you do this fucking flashbang in my face, man?
And
Oh.
Andrew, I've got no excuses, but I'm older, lighter, been in jail, and not fought for
Yes,
10 years.
yes.
But the loss
Exactly
itself
that.
wasn't even the worst part of it, because
I lost because he's because of this, because of fucking Matrix, because of this, he's taller, he's bigger, he's smarter, he's better, and like, but I have no excuses, I actually trained well, I tried well, yeah, I tried well.
once the fight
True.
was over, people
true.
started digging into his actual competitive record. An MMA analyst named Napoleon broke down the full
Napoleon Bonaparte, bro, legendary fucking name, man.
history
Okay,
of
bro.
Andrew Tate's kickboxing career with a video titled Paul and Tate's Bogus Journey. And another YouTuber, Louis Extras, summed up the video perfectly saying the following.
I guess he had like no wins or like really small percent of wins then.
Half of Tate's fights he supposedly
right?
won have no evidence to have ever happened. Over 2/3 of the
The good old line is OP. Yeah, we know that.
fights that could be verified to have happened are with opponents with no records of ever fighting anyone besides Tate. 3 of his world title
interesting.
wins were against opponents with no records aside from their fights with Tate.
How can you have a world title win if you're fighting the guy who never fought before? I mean, is the guy named fucking World? Shouldn't you be in a world title like championship or something like in the final, right? having somebody who fought before a lot and who fought his way up to the top then too? Like, that makes no sense.
The 4th world title he won was from competing against a man with a losing record. None of the titles he won are of very high caliber, and he only ever faced 6 fighters with winning records, and lost to 2 of them.
But again, you see how in the Tate's example, it's really easy to fucking fool the entire world that you're actually better than you are. If you're a fucking narcissist or a fucking psychopath of some sort, if you're just really good at lying and don't care about your, like, reputation and your face, how you really are, you know, showing people how you really are, you can just have minor victories and turn them into like huge fucking victories. And this is what basically Tate does, and this is what half of the fucking internet does to some point, you know. Some people over-exaggerate in Instagram, they show only the best parts of their life. Some people over-exaggerate, like YouTubers, like, oh, I reached this, I earned this car, I earned this apartment, right, whatever the fuck, or I had that many views, had that many subs, and people kind of do that in general a lot.
As a result...
But this is like the whole other level, it's like completely like to the point of lying. Not even just exaggerating, just straight up lying, pretty much.
People were surprised to learn the truth, with some commenting, love learning that a grown man's world title is less legit than my kid's wrestling state championship.
Is he wrong? No.
The only winning record Tate ever had was his trafficked women versus time served ratio. But while this loss was bad, it was paid.
I mean, got him, bro.
In comparison to what happened in Miami.
Yeah,
in January 2026, Miami local news reported on Clavicular.
Oh, I remember that shit, and all of them were making like bunch of excuses for that thing. I don't know, if you're like really corny and already hated by the internet, what if you listen for the fucking Kanye West song? Just admit it and like, yeah, we just did that shit, and everybody will like, some people will still hate you, they already hate you because of that, right? Because of the stupid other shit, right? But just admit it, and some people are gonna be like, damn. At least they're honest about it. At least they're like, yeah, it's bad, but at least they're honest about it.
The Tate brothers, Nick Fuentes, Sneeko, and Myron for playing Ye's band song.
But again, like legendary lineup, Clavicular, Tates, Nick Fuentes, and fucking Sneeko too. Like, oh, Muslim, I'm
Muslim now. 2 club employees were fired for playing this song.
I ate the pork accidentally.
And almost every club in Miami have now banned them.
Yeah, that's clearly Sneeko, yeah.
And that didn't sit well with the mayor of Miami at all.
Heil Hitler and Adolf Hitler? I cannot believe we're even seeing this and witnessing Miami Beach.
As well.
I can guarantee you, there are probably gonna be some people who are in the next, you know, race, gonna use this phrase against the mayor and gonna try to put him as a fucking anti-Semitist, like, get it out of context and gonna be like, he said Heil Hitler, bro.
Well as other leader figures of the city.
Animals.
This is obviously not welcome in Miami Beach. It should not be welcome anywhere in the world.
And by the way, I spoke to other club.
So what did they put this on, bro? Who fucking cares? I mean, I'm not the, you know, American, so I don't share this extreme fear of the N-word, because we never had black slaves, we had white slaves, we had Slavic fucking slaves, the Slavic people, wow. Which is a really interesting thing in itself, but I don't understand, why not? Who fucking cares? It's just a fucking song, bro. What are the fucking words?
Operators, they are not welcome in their club. How they got into this club, open arms.
What is overreaction, man?
Andrew Tate's response was the last thing his audience expected. First, he deflected completely.
I don't want to be blaming other people, etc. A whole bunch of songs were played that night, none of which I requested. None.
I don't want to blame other people, but it wasn't me who requested that shit. Do you see how he does it? How he does it, right?
Walk into a nightclub and songs are played. Unfortunately, if anything happens anywhere near me, it gets tied to my name. I didn't ask.
And I remember everybody was clowning because of that shit. Because like if you just fucking admit it, like you asked for it, it was kind of funny, you know, it was kind of fucking quirky, cringy, whatever you say. And that's it. And everybody was like, you know what? It kind of fits to his style, to his like methods. Like I can see that coming.
Ask him to play it.
Right?
I didn't dance. I didn't sing. In fact, the only time you see me on there is me storming out of the bus, saying this is ridiculous and leaving. But I know why it was played.
I didn't see that clip there.
It was played because of this. It was played because it gets traction in a world where everybody is bored of everything all of the time. And that's why these young people are encouraged constantly to try and do.
And to think about it, this guy was once a role model for young people. This completely fucking lying piece of shit who tries to deflect constantly whenever he did something. Maybe it was him, maybe it was not him. But at this point, like, especially with the last case in hand, right? With the fucking world championships, like, who would ever believe you now? You're a fucking clown at this point. Now I understand why he says like, his life is over now. I mean, he is still a millionaire and probably still not in jail. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But he's a multi-millionaire at this point. He just can live without the fame, without the everything, like without the internet. He would be completely fine until the end of time.
The most shocking thing possible.
Then he flipped on someone else.
I don't think they even put the song on. I can't. I have to guess. I think Sneeko may have put the song on.
I'm not here to blame anybody, by the way. Remember that phrase?
I'd met many times before.
Before eventually explaining the real reason behind the incident.
And I remember Sneeko was cooking him back.
I think they're just kids. It gets a reaction. They think they're funny. They're on the internet.
Is he gonna show the Sneeko cooking him?
They need
please
a
show
reaction.
it. Please show it, bro.
Likes, and they did fucking dumb shit. That's what I think it is. I think they're just literally.
But Sneeko didn't agree with that, as he pointed out in another live stream.
You were laughing at it too. You've played the song. I was in Spain with Ye when you posted a video of you listening to the song in your Bugatti.
As well as showing the clip where Andrew played the song himself.
They're clipping you playing? Look! What do you mean? That's why I thought the song would be fine. I've seen this video. Now, I'm not still doing this to snitch. I saw this in Spain with Ye.
Bro, imagine how fucking stupid and idiotic you need to be that even Sneeko, of all fucking people, cooks you in a fucking argument, bro. I mean, you know how they say, even a broken clock is right twice a day. I guess this is the exact moment where that's true, exactly.
Oh, I'm uncomfortable. I don't find it funny. Like, why? I wouldn't try to backstab you. I wouldn't play a song that would make you upset.
After that, Sneeko...
What world are we living in? And Sneeko has more integrity than Andrew Tate, and even though he also had like, oh, it's Ramadan, I didn't know it was pork. Oh, it was much more moments than that, but I remember that one.
But then declared that Andrew was no longer the top G.
This is a meme where a white guy was on the plane and started saying the hard R. He's like, oh, look, I'm the edgy guy who says a racial slur. Actually, no, you're not. You folded when it came to anti-Semitism. Don't try to be here and talk, I'm the base guy. I'll say the word.
True, like, all of your fucking internet persona is being corny and stupid and a bit racist, bit misogynist, a bit of all of that. You know, sometimes it's base, sometimes it's not. You know, there's different moments in time, different takes.
You don't want me to say. What the fuck is your lawyer talking about then? And what are you talking about on the PBD podcast? Saying it's retarded and that you're horrified and you wouldn't listen to that song. You don't get to wear that crown. That crown here, this Burger King crown, is for the top G. Take it off. It's my crown.
Maybe as a king of cringe, yeah, sure.
It's my crown. Stole that shit.
And it seemed that a lot of people also agreed with him, saying Tate's always been a coward, and Tate is owned and broke under pressure. But it wasn't just the Miami incident.
By Sneeko. Fucking hell, bro.
Because around the same time, an old clip resurfaced of Tate explaining why he doesn't read books.
Reading books is a very cheap way to, I guess, entertain. I wouldn't call it entertainment because my
So what is a better way then?
Advanced. I'm too smart to read. I'm not gonna sit there and go, smart people read. No, I need action. I need constant chaos in my life to feel content. I need to be driving a supercar and fuck.
So you are basically ADHD, is that what you're saying? And you try to make sense of your ADHD-ish tendencies by saying that books are stupid. What?
And fighting, fucking a bunch of hoes and champagne and going crazy.
Fighting
I can't just
hoes?
sit there, and the pirate on the boat. Like, it's for people with slow brains.
And then there's gonna be a clip of him reading, right?
And after facing a lot of backlash from the internet, Andrew Tate responded by saying the following.
There's obviously some fucking broke dude who reads books who's really upset by the fact that I have a $110 million car collection.
And I can't understand why, because you in order to get there, you need to do like a stupid, dumbest shit possible and say a bunch of outrageous things sometimes base, you know, I told that before, right? But being like a fucking clown on the internet, yeah, I can't understand why people feel like that.
$400 million of property around the world. I'm one of the most well-known, relevant people. I'm one of the most famous...
I don't know about relevant at this point, my guy. I think you were relevant like a fucking 2-3 years ago.
People on the fucking planet. I get asked to do podcasts.
The fucking ego of this guy, holy shit, man. Who the fuck do you think you are? Jesus fucking Christ? Look, I'm the most popular, I'm the most relevant.
Every subject about pussy and bitches, geopolitics, money, you name it. There's not a fucking subject on earth that every single podcaster that these losers watch doesn't beg me, Andrew Tate, please will you come on my show? Please with your opinion. How did I get all these amazing opinions without reading books?
And that reaction was telling.
Fucking ego tripping, man. But just chirping on the internet and like selling hoes. Or maybe, you know, they weren't even hoes, but their own didn't want to. I don't know, man. But if you think that all of that gives you the audacity to talk like that, man, what, did you fucking cure cancer? Why are you so...
Because someone who genuinely didn't care about what people thought wouldn't need to do what he did next.
True.
True.
Even if you don't care what people say about you, you don't say that you don't care. If you have the need to say you don't care, and then to explain how stupid the other person is, then you are trying to deflect, and you try to negate the damage on your psyche, like mental damage, magic
April
damage.
2026, he launched a newsletter on Substack, which is a platform that enables writers to earn subscription fees directly from their newsletter audiences. And by April 14th,
did anybody use that? Did anybody cared?
1.1 million subscribers and landed at number 2 on Substack's rising news chart. But there was just one problem. An organization called the Justice for Prosperity Foundation decided to actually look at those 1.1 million accounts in an article titled "Andrew Tate is Engineering His Comeback, a Warning for All of Us." They ran an audit through a sample of 951 subscribers and found that 75% of the sampled accounts had no bio, no publications, or visible activity elsewhere on Substack.
Somebody bought it there! Uh-oh! Who would have possibly thought this really honest and good guy with a golden heart would do such a thing? Wow. That was something else.
And their only observable function is to subscribe to Tate's newsletters.
Wow.
Then, 10 days after Tate announced his milestone, his follower count dropped from 1.1 million to 980,000.
I guess they purged the bots, right?
April 24th, which led to a conclusion that Tate imported a pre-existing email list, most likely harvested from one of his own platforms without the consent of the people on it. And the broader numbers made that even clearer, as YouGov, a global research...
It feels like I have some kind of game open with this... some kind of game open with this sound, with this music, right? Some kind of fucking Minecraft 2.
Data and analytics group tracked public opinion on Tate across both the US and UK in 2026. In the UK, 79% of adults had heard of him, which sounds like a reach until you see the next number, because 63% of UK adults actively disliked him.
Makes sense, because like people heard of him, but they probably heard something bad about him. They probably don't even know enough about him. They just heard that he's a bad guy, that's it.
And only 11% had a positive view. In the US, the gap was...
So fame is not all of it. Fame is not everything. You don't really need fame as much. You got the idea what I'm saying, right?
But still telling, as 35% disliked him, while only 12% liked him. What's even more telling is his social media activities. On April 14th, 2025, a research firm called Open Measures tracked his output across platforms over a 2-year period. On Getter, a social media platform built on the foundation of freedom of opinion and expression.
Oh, it's because he's banned from everywhere. I'm really surprised he didn't talk about his like Matrix, and Matrix is out to get me, like all of that stupid shit.
And he went from around 77 posts a month in 2023 to 18 posts a month by early 2025, which is a 77% drop.
Maybe he
on
just
Truth
doesn't
Social, he went
post
from
a
around
lot.
58 posts a month in 2023 to 17 posts a month by early 2025, which is down 44%. And on X, the only mainstream platform to ever let him back, Open Measure found that in the 3-week period period of our investigation in March and April 2025, Tate lost over 100,000 followers. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy these next ones as well, and don't forget to subscribe.
You know what? Pretty good video. Rand Pictures, pretty good guy. Gotta subscribe to him right now. Good, you know, drama shit, kinda. Drama slash history, you know, there's a lot of, like, Turkey Tom and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of people like that who do that stuff. And just one of them. You know, I watched the Pat got one, probably by myself. I didn't really want to react to it. And yeah, this is absolutely diabolic on thumbnail. Holy fuck, man. Wow. And yeah, that was actually pretty good shit. It was Rand Pictures. You know, Ryan Pictures, wow. Who creates the best documentary videos ever, he says himself. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I would really say the best, but it's pretty good. Yeah, sure, it's pretty good. Anyway, that was all for me this time around. You know, I haven't done this thing in a while. I kind of need to move, you know, we can see a little bit of this shit, so it's kind of like a lot of shit happening in my life. So I didn't have as much time, and there's a lot of different reasons. It doesn't really matter, who fucking cares, right, at this point. And see you next time. Hope it's gonna be pretty soon. Not as big of a delay as it was right now, and bye.